Good afternoon, dear colleagues. My name is Tulegenova Selk Abdualiyevna. I am an English language teacher at Nazarbayev Intellectual School of Physics and Mathematics in Almaty. Today, I'm glad to present you my online lesson on topic class debate, studying math is more important than studying chemistry, from Unit 2B, getting your views across. The lesson was held in 12th grade. So the following learning objectives were chosen for this lesson. Content 7, develop and sustain a consistent argument when speaking or writing. Content 10, use talk or writing as a means of reflecting on and exploring a range of perspectives on the world. Speaking 3, explain and justify own and others' point of view on a range of familiar and unfamiliar, general and curricular topics. And reading 1, understand complex and abstract main points in extended texts on a wide range of familiar and unfamiliar, general and curricular topics. And listening 7, understand speaker viewpoints and extent of agreement, both implicit or explicit, between speakers on a wide range of familiar and unfamiliar, general and curricular topics. So, according to these learning objectives, the following lesson objectives were identified, like practice and improving of on their speaking, strengthen reasoning, arguing for and against, focus on team and public speaking, especially debating, and listen to each other's viewpoints and respond with consistent argument. So, and for this lesson, I chose the following success criteria. So, as you have understood, my lesson is devoted to develop students' speaking skills, and I checked their speaking. These success criteria were chosen. Speaking 3, explain and support their own ideas and those of their group mates when necessary in speaking task. And I chose reading for success criteria, that before making their speech, before speaking task, students made some research. They searched internet resources and they do some reading, and because of this I chose these learning objectives as a success criteria. Reading 1, give answers which showed general understanding of the main points of their reading. So before giving you the procedure of my lesson, I want to give you some information about debate. What is a debate and some steps of conducting a class debate that helped me to conduct this lesson. And first of all, what is a debate? A debate is a discussion or structured contest about an issue or a resolution. And in a formal debate, we have 3 groups. The first group is who supports a resolution, or in another way we can say affirmative team. The second group is the group who opposes a resolution. In another way we can say opposing team. And the last group is a judging group. So the judging group could be consist of a number of students, or teacher could be a judger. So now let's move to some steps how to conduct a class debate. So the first step is introduce the topic. So all debates start with a topic or resolution. So often this resolution is a proposed course of action that one team will argue for and another will argue against. And teachers should need to choose a topic to which your students can relate, and perhaps one with practical application. And you can make your topic or resolution less important or more serious, less serious. So it depends on the level of your students, and your topic should be like that your students can give or can use examples from their lives. And the next step is you need to divide your class into two groups. You need to assign the affirmative and the negative teams. Also for this, you can choose, it depends on the teacher. You can choose different methods of dividing into two groups. Or you can do it by choice of students, like who is agree or who is against, something like this. The next step is how to conduct a class debate. It's give time for research. Your students will need time to research the issue. Not only that, they also need additional instruction on the specific vocabulary that may be involved. And also you need to encourage each group to form a strategy as to who will do most of the talking during the debate, though remind them that all of them are expected to participate in the research and strategy of the debate. And here, while your students make research, you need to monitor and support them and give some help, some ideas also. And you need to say to your student that they need to allocate the roles among their groups, like who will be the first speaker, who will be the second, and who will be the third speaker. The next step is keep track of time. Also, it depends on how many lessons you want to give this topic. But you need to give some time for your speakers especially, and here I want to give you the most basic structure of the debate. First, the affirmative group receives 2 minutes to present their case to the audience. Then the negative group receives 2 minutes to present their case. After both sides have a chance to speak, both teams receive 2 minutes to prepare a rebuttal and summary. The order of speech is reversed now, and the negative side presents their rebuttal and summary for the first 2 minutes. So the last to speak is the affirmative team, who then presents their rebuttal and summary for 2 minutes, and the debate is now concluded. And here also you want to mention that the last speaker of each team, that speaker they don't need to have a new argument, but they make the only summary of what has been said before, what has been discussed before. So the next step is, of course, establish the rules of the debate, including timelines. It means that you need to say all the rules of a debate for the whole class, and you need to give some time for this step. So the last thing is, of course, we need to prepare a room for a debate that you students can sit opposite to each other and can conduct to have an eye contact. So let's turn to the procedure of my lesson. And some benefits of using debate in the class. For students, it gives, students work cooperatively while debating. They brainstorm ideas. Also, they develop their vocabulary, and they become more proficient in speaking, researching, reading, and writing skills. And also, they promote reasoning as well as communication skills. So now, let's turn to the procedure of my lesson. So, I started my lesson with a short quiz with simple questions. There were simple questions about the topic. The aim of this quiz was to introduce the topic for students. So the first question was, what comes after billion, million, and trillion? So students' answer is a quadrillion. The next question is sodium hydroxide an acid or base? Students' answer is base. What is the first element on the periodic table? Students' answer hydrogen. True or false? Opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Students' answer true. The next question is, Patricia needs to read for 120 minutes each week. She read for 26 minutes on Monday. She read for 39 minutes on Tuesday. She read for 38 minutes on Thursday. The question is, how many more minutes does Patricia need to read this week? And there are some options for the answer. A, 59, B, 15, C, 103, D, 17. Students' answer was D. And the last question is, the first woman who won the Nobel Prize and conducted research on radioactivity. So the students' answer was Marie Curie. So after these questions, the students were asked what subjects did the questions cover. And of course, the students' answer was math and science. Especially, you need to clarify what kind of science, what kind of subject. That it's chemistry. So after this, I showed them the video about the role of science in our life, just to give our students some ideas about the science and about the role of science, about the role of chemistry and math in our life. And now let's watch this video. After the video, I conducted a whole class discussion on the following questions and about the video, and just to know their students' opinion about the topic. So, the topic was mathematics. Well, the question was, mathematics is called the queen of all sciences. Does this mean that studying physics, chemistry, or biology is not as important as studying mathematics? And why do we need to learn math? And let's watch the video, the answer of my students.
Math is called the queen of all sciences because it is the base of all other subjects such as physics, chemistry, and biology. But it doesn't mean that studying other subjects is not important because our everyday life consists of all these subjects.
Yeah, and it's not it's not about other sciences being not important. It's about math being essential, crucial, and it's kind of accurate science. So that's why other sciences are based on it. And it's also thinking that maths in Africa, maths is also maths.
So, and the next question was, what is the importance of chemistry? And also let's listen to the answer of my students.
So chemistry is a kind of science that studies chemical reactions, and it's very important for modern industry because anything you see in front of you is also synthetic, and to make the products high quality and to make the production ecologically safe, we should know chemistry. That's why it's very important.
Chemistry is an essential part of our life. All around us consists of chemistry materials. Let's take, for example, polyethylene that we use in everyday life. And in addition to this, we can use chemistry in medicine, and in producing fuel and other things.
So after this discussion, after holding the discussion, the topic was presented that today's topic is studying math is more important than studying chemistry. And they were told that today they will do a debate on this topic. And that for the debate, as I said before, that we need to divide our students into two teams. And for this, I choose the method of using like stickers. Beforehand, I prepared the stickers with letters A and D. A is for agree, D is for disagree, and stuck them under their desks, under each student's desks, and said that on the lesson, I told them that they have stickers under their table, and they just took and sat together on their groups, like agree and disagree. Why I chose this method, that in order to have an equal number of students in each team. So after this, after students settling like in a groups, when they sit in their groups, I presented them the rules of a debate, that they need to know the rules that to have a good debate. So the rules were: the pro group will start the first with argument, or the affirmative group, we can say. Then one person speaks at a time, no side discussions. All comments must address the previous student's comment directly. You may not simply ignore a comment and shift the argument to an unrelated point. Each speaker from pro and con groups have 1 minute for their speech. So as my lesson conducted only for 40 minutes, I just limit their time. I just shorten their time for 1 minute. The last speaker of each group that doesn't have any new arguments should make a summary of what has been discussed. Then team members must meet together in preparation for the debate, so they can work together as an effective team. Here they need to practice, and again practice. All members of each side must participate in the debate. Do not read your materials. You may use some brief notes, but you may not read them. Maintain good eye contact with the audience. Use proper language and projection. Be polite in referring to your opposing team and listen to your opponents carefully. So after these rules, you with students together can make a good speaker. The rules of a good speaker. So we had such rules. A good speaker demonstrates a good knowledge of the topic, uses examples and facts to support the arguments, shows enthusiasm and confidence, tries to answer the question if they are tough, and speaks loudly and clearly. So then, after these rules, I gave them 10 minutes to prepare their debate, but before they were given also such worksheets for each team, for affirmative group and the opposing group. In this worksheet, they need to write their members, the names of their members of the group, the opening position, and the reasons against. So these worksheets really help students to organize their ideas, to make some brief notes about their topic. And also, students were given a worksheet of a classroom debate rubric that a teacher can judge according to this rubric. So they were assessed by 2 criteria, reasoning and communication. And there we have 4 marks. So for excellent, for reasoning, they need well-developed ideas with supporting evidence and strong evidence of research and topic knowledge. Very strong claims makes good arguments, good background information, strong evidence to support the position, and strongly qualifies answers. And for communication, they need very clearly presented, central issues identified and clarified, passionate while expressing topic, eye contact, captive audience, very convincing and persuasive, and well-researched, excellent knowledge of topic. And the next mark is good. For this, they need developed ideas with supporting evidence, evidence of research and topic knowledge, strong claims with background information, evidence to support the position and qualifies answers. And for communication, they need clearly presented, most issues identified and clarified, some passion shown for topic, eye contact, convincing, and good evidence of research and knowledge of topic. And the next mark is developing, some simple ideas, some proof of evidence, some evidence of research and topic knowledge, claim with some background information, some evidence to support the position, and somewhat evasive. For communication, they need some clarity, some issues identified, some eye contact, somewhat convincing, evidence of some research present. And the last is needs improvement. For reasoning, opinion-based, lacking proof of evidence, minimal evidence of research and topic knowledge, weak claims, requires evidence to support the position, and evasive. And for communication, unclear, lacks purpose, little feeling conveyed, minimal eye contact, not convincing, and lack of research and knowledge. So as you say, these are just prepared rubrics, but if you want, you can make it less, that the criteria could be less. So it depends on you, on the teacher. So now let's watch the video of my students, how they prepared. So while preparing, you can say that they are allowed to use internet resources, just not only use only their general knowledge, but also internet resources to support their ideas and arguments. Now let's watch the video of my students.
What is sweetest you? So girls, chemistry. Because it's not as well as the dimensions.
Will you write your first argument second?
No.
So don't forget about the rule here. It should be on the top. How? It means you should use the bottom here. Right? Like they say something about, and they need to give counter. Yeah.
Yes.
So, as you see, while students working in groups, they need your help, they need your support, and you need to give to monitor, to give them some ideas, to help them how to make their arguments. And these are worksheets that they filled. As you see, they wrote their arguments, some brief notes. These worksheets really helps them to organize their ideas. So, and after this, after 10 minutes, they do the debate itself, and let's watch the video of my students' debate.
The argument is that without some mathematical skills, we wouldn't be able to count anything on the lesson of chemistry. Okay.
So,
Can you say?
some mathematical skills in chemistry, you only need some arithmetics, but high mathematics and algebra and geometry you don't need for chemistry. They're only basic, like 2 plus 3, that's all.
Just like now, we're generalize all mathematics and not just the high mathematics which we are learning now in the high school, but we're talking about general mathematics which are general children learn, because this just commonly actions like dividing something or multiplying numbers, they also include mathematics, and without this knowledge you won't be able to count anything on the lesson of chemistry. And we didn't say that you need to use high mathematics skills in the lesson of chemistry. Otherwise, there are some lessons on the lesson of, for example, physics and as well as chemistry. Then you need just know about limits, about different differentiations which you are learning during your lessons in the high school. So.
But contrary argument with that, the knowledge that the acids is very dangerous to human is more useful in life than the knowledge that the 2 plus 2 is 4.
Okay, we will say that nowadays there are more professions which are related to mathematics, like financial or economics or bookkeeper, and so nowadays it's more important and to know and count your money, because as you know, money is your basic for making your living. But you don't have enough different professions which are related to chemistry, as now it's not so important. To know everything about chemistry. You know that even Jews, as little children, learn everything about mathematics because in the future they want to be economists and lecturer, as you said. And also, all scientists use basic knowledge about mathematics, and I didn't see any scientists who use any chemistry knowledge in their school. But I would say that without any mathematical skills, you won't be able to count anything and to do different laboratories in your subject. Even in biology, we need to develop our mathematical science.
Stop, please.
Actually, there are a few vacancies for mathematicians after university, and the teachers, people who mathematicians after university go either teacher or mathematics, yes, or economic, and also bookkeepers can use calculator to make calculations, and It's everywhere. It's in the water, it's in the air, it's in the labels, it's in cooking, and chemistry is important in production materials. And you can understand thanks to the chemistry, the labels, what do you wear, what do you eat, what do you drink, and there are plenty of vacancies in the world about chemical engineering and criminalistics.
Okay. So, Alex, your system.
First, I can say that you said about the students can use calculator, but how will they know how to use the calculator, how to calculate this? They use formulas that math formulas to calculate this. What they mean? And second, you said that chemistry is everywhere. But does it mean that math is nowhere? Chemistry describes the molecules and atoms and how do they interact with each other. But it describes it in one way. Math describes whole world in another way by the numbers and formulas, functions and others. But the problem that chemistry describes only molecules and interaction. Math describes everything. For example, physics programs. It's used by to programs. And do you know that actually computers made up by the mathematicians and calculators and others? So it's more important to study math. It actually also develops your mind. You count some numbers to each other, and it develops your mind. You think in other way. You find that you develop your critical thinking and other things.
So, as you see, the last speaker, the last student, was from the affirmative team, and he tries to make summary of his group mates. So after the debate has finished, in order to get from students feedback about the lesson itself, I chose this this idea or this method, which is called Which Picture. And here as you see, are given 6 pictures, and each picture means that the first is means new ideas, the second problem solving, the third discussion, then experimenting, then team and group work, and the last one is creativity. And the question or the task for students were which picture matches your learning today and explain why. And most of my students, they chose problem solving, because they made some they give some ideas, and also they chose new ideas, discussion, and team and group work, because the whole lesson they worked in team, in groups, cooperatively, in collaboration, and also they said that they have new ideas from each other, and also they get some new ideas from the internet resources. So this was the feedback about the lesson. So at the end of my lesson, I didn't want my students to leave the class like that one subject is better than other, because we need all of them in our life, and we need to have the knowledge about all sciences, all subjects, and I give them these words just to encourage them. Like, no person, no place, and no thing has any power over us, for we are the only thinkers in our minds. When we create peace and harmony and balance in our minds, we will find it in our lives. So I think these words are a very good encouragement to my students and also for you. So these are references which I use to conduct this lesson. In these links I found a very interesting information about the math and chemistry, and because my subject is English and I need some additional information, additional knowledge about math and chemistry, and here you see some useful links about which I used in my lesson, on my lesson. So that is the end of my online lesson. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, you are welcome.